Welcome back, guys. I've been digging deeper through the Epstein files and I found something. There's a connection between Japan, Epstein, and a coordinated campaign to spread anti China narratives. And it involves someone you've probably heard of. Or maybe not. Joichi Ito, MIT Media Lab Director. Or should I say, former MIT Media Lab Director. A so called tech visionary, human rights advocate. According to the files, he was staying on Epstein's private PDF island. And while he's out there lecturing the world about human rights, he's part of a network spreading propaganda about China. Let me show you what I found. December 1, 2014. Joichi Ito to Epstein staff. I left some black swimming shorts in my room on the island. Any chance you can send them to me? Wait, hold up. This is weird. This guy's a millionaire, and he's asking them to send him his swim trunks. Why not just buy new swim trunks? This is not normal. But anyway, so Joichi Ito, MIT Media Lab Director, tech visionary, so-called human rights advocate, was staying in a room on Epstein's island, comfortable enough to leave personal items, asking Epstein to handle his business. This is December 2014, after Epstein's 2008 conviction, after everyone knew what that island was, after everyone knew what went on there. And Ito is there, staying in a room, leaving his clothes behind, being handled by Epstein and his staff like family. So I have to ask, knowing what we know about that island, knowing what went on, what exactly was Joichi Ito doing there? Mr. Human Rights Advocate. But that's not even the worst part. In May 2019, Ito gives a talk at MIT Harvard on Uyghur human rights. He's lecturing about oppression, about standing up against injustice. He's saying this while being a part of Epstein's PDF network, while having been on that island, while lending his credibility to a $60 million propaganda campaign against China. Now let's get to that campaign. May 20th, 2019, the same year Ito was speaking about human rights. Someone in Epstein's network writes, I had Clive Palmer do a $60 million anti-China and climate change ad. Yes, that's the objective. Then, I can set a meeting with the press in his yurt. No kidding, it sits on border. Knows she very well and is receptive. $60 million anti-China propaganda campaign. And who's coordinated it? Clive Palmer, Australian billionaire mining magnate. The guy who called the Chinese government mongrels and bastards in 2014. The guy with a history of China hatred and the money to back it up. Palmer spends $60 million on anti-China ads. Epstein's network coordinates it. And Ito, MIT Media Lab Director, the human rights advocate, gives a speech at MIT about Uyghur human rights the same month. He lends his credibility, his institutional backing, his moral authority, while being a part of a PDF network that's manufacturing propaganda, while having been on Epstein's island, while ignoring the abuse of children. So this dude is giving a talk about human rights, about protecting vulnerable, about standing against oppression. And where was his human rights advocacy for the children? Where was his moral outrage about the predator he was staying with? Seems to me he was silent. He was complicit. And he was on that PDF island. This is what it looks like when human rights advocacy is a performance. When someone uses moral language to gain credibility while ignoring abuse happening in their own circle. When they're willing to be part of propaganda campaigns as long as they get to lecture the world about values. The Epstein files expose something crucial. The people lecturing us about human rights, about morality, about justice, they're often the most complicit in systems of abuse. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye.